Torturer. It's such a brutal card. Just look at him. Look at the choices. While one Torturer won't do much, the first person to get 2 Torturers off in one turn wins. I was that person. I won. Case closed. A small error my foe may have made was trashing his mining village to get his first Torturer. While getting Torturer is insanely important, he sacrificed the only means he had to play 2 Torturers to get it. Not worth it. I used an alternative method to get the money needed for Torturer and kept my villages.
Alright, let's do this. Today we're playing our Seaside game for the Seaside episode. Seaside is actually my favorite expansion, because I really like duration cards. I really like Wharf, I really like Me. Warehouse is one of the better sifters. Ghost Ship Spam is pretty fun. Treasury is a fun card. I just love Seaside in general. So, hopefully that'll come through in this episode. I see Wharf, as I mentioned. Wharf is one of the best card drawers in the game, because on the next turn, it's like you played 2 labs for free. So that's pretty powerful. And Ambassador is one of the best pseudo-trashers. It's not technically trashing, because you're not actually putting cards in the trash, but you are getting rid of them from your deck, and that's really all that matters. So, on my 3-coin turn, I'm absolutely going to get an Ambassador, which will junk my foe, get rid of my own bad cards, very powerful. On my 4-coin turn, that's another question. A Navigator might be good, because Navigator gives coin and can look at the next cards of mine, but I don't really want to... but Navigator, all it does is give coin, and you might discard a whole hand, or you might discard none. I'd like to get to that Ambassador as fast as possible, so I'm thinking an island, so I could island some estates, or a warehouse might be the best buy. So, warehouse to get to my Ambassador faster, so I can start ambassadoring stuff, or island to island estates and start ambassadoring stuff. Actually, I'm actually going to go with warehouse. Alright, so next turn, if I don't draw the Ambassador, I'll probably draw the warehouse. If I don't draw the warehouse, I'll probably get the Ambassador, so that's pretty good. Ambassadoring for 2 estates is one of the more powerful moves. So my foe just played the the Navigator, and then he had to put the 5 cards back, meaning it was just 2 coin, just basically a silver for him. Because knowing what's coming up isn't very valuable, unless you've got a card that can capitalize on it, like Mystic. On this 4-coin turn, I think I'll take an island, because I can start islanding stuff, and then I never have to worry about it again, and it will still give me the victory points from it. But after this, I'm going to start buying money. Aw, man. Even after getting a warehouse, I wasn't able to Ambassador double estate. What can I do? Oh, my focus to Ambassador an estate, but not I. Did he put any back? The log just says he reveals an estate, and I gain an estate, and that's it. Wonder what happened. Alright, I'm definitely going to Ambassador 2 coppers, just so that I can thin my deck that much faster. I'm probably going to go for a... I could Ghost Ship my foe a lot. Ghost Ship is one of the best cards at slowing down, because instead of losing the cards, you have to put them on your deck. So, I could Ghost Ship. I could also play a bunch of Treasuries, which is pretty fun, because Treasury always goes back on your deck. And I could just play Wharves and have money. Those are 3 good strategies. Alright, my turn. I'll Ambassador. Then I'll return 2 coppers. And then my turn. Alright, now I can island an estate, and I also warehouse. If I draw my Ambassador, I'll just Ambassador 2 estates. Warehouse. I got my Ambassador, so I will discard an estate and an island and a copper. And now I can Ambassador 2 estates. Perfect. Then my turn. Okay, now my 4-coin turn, I think my deck is going to start needing some money after all this thinning. So, since I don't have enough actions to play the Navigator, if I want to be able to keep playing the Island and the Ambassador, I'm probably just going to get a silver. Treasury would be best, but I only got 4 coin on this turn, so silver's going to have to do. Let's talk about Warehouse for a bit. Warehouse is a little like Cellar, but it's more expensive, and for good reason. Because it's more expensive, it gives you a better benefit. You draw first, and then you discard. Unlike Cellar, we have to decide, do I want to discard this, or the card I might draw might not be as good. You simply draw first, and then discard the bad cards. Oh man, my foe got out of Treasury. That's sad for me, because because I like treasury and it's really powerful. Oh well. It's like a silver. Now, I could island the estate and keep those 2 victory points for myself, or I could warehouse, hopefully draw some coppers, and ambassador them. I don't really want to risk warehousing and then drawing my silver, so I'll probably just island the estate. That'll probably slow me down, but those extra victory points can add up. So now that I got that estate, I'll warehouse and hope I don't draw the silver. Then I can get through my deck a little faster, and I draw the silver. Okay, as I suspected. I'll discard ambassador because I can't play it, estate because I won't use it, and this copper. I'll island this estate. With my 3 coin, I could get a lookout. Lookout's pretty good. Or a smuggler is also pretty good. Nah, actually, when I run out of crap cards, lookout loses its usefulness. I'll just get another silver, because I really want to get to 5 coin and start spamming the treasuries and ghost ships. Boom, finally, 5 coin turn. Very good. I see my foe just used Wharf, which, as I mentioned, is the best card drawer ever. So, he's going to get a really good turn next turn. The turn you play Wharf, it's really just a moat with a plus buy, which is terrible, admittedly. But the next turn, that's where the power comes in. Because you get to draw 2 cards without having to spend any action. So it's like playing 2 labs. And it's not like playing 1 lab, even though 1 lab gives 2 cards. Because when you play 1 lab, you lose a card by playing the lab first, and then you draw 2. Whereas with a Wharf you played last turn, you don't lose any cards first. I'll definitely take a treasury. I want money, and I want to be able to have that. And treasury doesn't take an action because it gives you an action, so I'll be able to keep playing my ambassadors and, well, my just 1 ambassador, that is. That money's going to be useful. I'll be able to get to ghost ship. If I can ghost ship my foe every turn, that's going to seriously slow his deck. And I'll start ghost shipping once my ambassador runs out of ammunition. There should be something to talk about. There is... Sorry. I'll ambassador these 2 coppers. And then I'll buy a Haven, because Haven is usually better than nothing. I mean, it's not always better than nothing. Sometimes you don't want to set aside a card because your turn's so great. But it's usually better than nothing. I see why Phil had the same thought and got a Haven himself. So I've got 6 victory points as compared to his 2. You could call that good, but most of that's in worthless estates that I don't want. So it's not as good. This is, in my opinion, not the best sampling of Seaside. You only got 2 durations when Seaside's theme is durations. You don't have Sea Hag, you don't have Bazaar, or any of the other plus actions. So maybe I just like Seaside so much, and I'm just used to like playing 5 wharfs after 4 bazaars. Warehouse. Let's see. I'm gonna Haven. I'm probably gonna draw something that'll let me get rid of stuff, but I might not. I'll discard estate copper. I'll Haven. Alright, I'll set this estate aside so I can ambassador it next turn. With my 5 coin, I'll get another treasury. Treasury spam is a good strategy because the treasury is going to always go back on your deck as long as you don't buy any victory cards. And then you'll always get that money. Having a treasury is like having the artifact key in Renaissance until, of course, you buy a victory card. But you can play more of them, so you can like have 3 treasuries always on your deck. It's pretty powerful, pretty fun. It's always hard to decide what to discard to warehouse, isn't it? I always find you always do it. You're like, oh, these cards are so good. It's so terrible. I have to discard 3 of them. Probably because discarding 3 cards is a tall order. Most cards don't make you do that. Unless someone like council rooms and then militias. Alright, so my ultimate strategy is eventually to be able to ghost ship every turn once my deck is thinned enough. Yay, I got 2 estates to ambassador. Treasury, ambassador, 2 estates. Then with just enough money, thanks to treasury, I'll get another treasury. And I'll top deck treasury. Treasury. Very good. Very powerful. So I'll have treasuries for money, and they'll always be going back on my deck, so I can just play them. Then I can play the ghost ship, hopefully draw some money when I have the ghost ship. I don't have it yet, but I'm going to start really ruining my foe with the ghost ship. as soon as I can. Perhaps now is the time to buy it. My deck is pretty small. It's not quite small enough. I'll probably ambassador one more time for a double copper play, and then start ghost shipping. You know, once you play 2 warehouses, your deck goes down to 3, and that's like a militia deck, so that's not the best. Warehouse, come on, get an estate? I didn't. Alright, I'm going to discard estate, haven. I'm actually going to discard a silver, because I really want ambassador for the maximum cards. So ambassador, get rid of 2 coppers. With my 4 coin, I'll get a... I don't want to take an island, because then my treasuries won't go back on the deck. Don't really want to take a silver, because that'll make my deck worse. I could take a smugglers, then play it instead of ghost ship whenever my foe gets a really good card. And then again, except treasury, what really good cards are there? Perhaps buying nothing would be smart. I don't want to fatten my deck with too many silvers, because treasury is going to be my main form of money, and I really want to definitely get to my ghost ship every turn. And I can't really ambassador silvers, because they'll be good for my foe. Yeah, I'm actually going to do none. Oh, my foe asked a question. I just noticed. Let me answer him. So, yeah, I just answered him. I answered correctly. You can put any amount of cards in your island mat. But since there's only 8 islands, you won't be able to do infinite unless you, like, throne room them. And even then you'll only be able to do 24 because King's Court. Alright, I'll play 3 treasuries. Warehouse, see what I get. Alright, I'm going to ambassador the estate, meaning I should discard haven, copper, silver. Ambassador the estate, my deck is getting pretty thin. That is good. And then I will, with 5 coin, get... I think I need another treasury, and then I can finally start ghost shipping. Alright, there it is. Between my small deck and my warehouse, I should be able to get to my ghost ship every turn from here on, so I'm going to buy it this turn. Ghost shipping every turn is much more damaging than militiaing every turn, because when you militia every turn, your foe still goes through his deck at a rate of 5 cards per turn, unless he plays cards like warehouse and stuff, and dwarf. But at a mere 5 cards per turn, not mere, at 5 cards per turn, you'll get through your deck pretty quickly. But at 3 cards per turn, because ghost ship forces you to put them back on top and draw them again, you can... you can't just discard bad cards. I mean, yeah, you can't just top deck bad cards because you have to draw them. You can't just top deck good cards because if you always top deck your good cards, you're never going to have them. So ghost shipping every turn is quite the conundrum. You can't really just ghost ship one turn because they can just put their good cards on top and then they'll have it next turn and there's no issues. Or they can just put their bad cards on top, have a good turn this turn, have a bad turn next turn, and no issues. Quadruple treasury for me. Quadruple treasury, I'll warehouse. I'll discard. I want to ambassador the estate, so I'm going to discard this, this, and this. Then I'll ambassador the estate. Give it to him. Then with 6 coin, I'll take a ghost ship. So I'm going to stop ambassadoring and start ghost shipping. And then if I can ghost ship every turn, and then always have lots of money, I can start getting some golds, then I can start greening. Treasury, 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 treasury. Warehouse. Get rid of this, this, and this. And I can ghost ship to draw them. So now that I'm starting to ghost ship every turn, it's going to seriously hurt my foe, I think. And hope. Because it'll be every turn, so it's going to be an extra brutal ghost ship. That should, especially since he already bought a province, it's going to slow him down even more. I was a little late on the ghost shipping, admittedly, but I think it was worth it to get those treasuries in my deck. Alright, I think I should have another treasury, because really you can't have too many treasuries. And I'm going to stop being able to top deck them once I start greening. If I just always have them there, with any semblance of shuffle luck, I'll be able to get everything. I wonder how ghost ship and treasury interact. Since you'll always have treasury on your deck, then you'll always have it in your hand. If you have a hand of 5 treasuries, you'll just top deck 2 treasuries. So I guess it will just become draw less cards, which is probably more powerful than just discard your bad cards. Treasury, 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 warehouse. I want the ghost ship. I don't need the ambassador. I'll discard this, this, and this. Then I will treasury, ghost ship. So since I'll be ghost shipping every turn, it's going to be infinitely worse. You can go check out the article on the Dominion Wiki, the article on Ghost Ship. It's pretty interesting, pretty good, I'd say. I think I'm going to stop doing the base games. I've already done a few, and I don't think that anyone that's going to be watching Dominion games on YouTube is going to need to see any more base games. So I'm probably just going to go to one game per episode, and then one game of each expansion per episode. Then I'll probably play all the recommended sets. Not all the recommended sets for all the expansions. That'll take a lot of episodes. I can do that, show off the highlighted strategies for them. And then by then I'll thought of a different plan. Maybe by then I'll be big enough that I could play with you viewers. Perhaps I can live stream and then you guys could watch it. That could be really cool. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be able to live stream with dozens of people watching and then play with the people in the chat. That's my ultimate goal. Alright, now I've got 2 coppers. The question is it worth it to stop the ghost ship pressure to get rid of 2 coppers? Let's see. First I'm just going to play all these treasuries. Alright, could it be worth ending the ghost ship pressure? Should I ghost ship or ambassador? I'll still have 5 coin for another treasury. Yeah, I think getting rid of 2 more junk cards is worth it. I'll do that. I'll return all those. And with my 5 coin, I'll get another treasury. So I think I've got enough treasuries to pretty consistently get a province every turn, even though I won't be able to put the treasuries back on my deck. And to continue ghost shipping, I got rid of those junk cards, giving me that added bit of consistency. And now I'll keep the ghost ship pressure back up. Perhaps I should buy a gold or 2. That way if I ghost ship and draw it, I'll be able to have the coin for provinces again. That could be a good move. If I ever don't crack 8 coin, I'll probably crack 6 and I'll take a gold. So it's greening time. I'll start greening, continue ghost shipping, which hopefully will slow my foe down enough that he doesn't buy more provinces than me. He's already got 1, admittedly. Alright. I've got my strategy. It's all come together. Now, earlier in the game, I was saying Navigator isn't very good, and in this particular game, it isn't. But Navigator is really good in particularly trashy games where you might have 5 cards that you just want to skip. Navigator is also pretty good whenever you need to know the top of your deck. There's some cards like Mystic or Wishing Well that reward you for knowing what's on your deck. And so, Navigator goes really good with them. So I'm not saying Navigator's bad, I'm just saying that Navigator isn't good in this game. Which was probably right. If I win, I'll demonstrate that. So here goes nothing. That's a lot of treasuries. Treasuries, pretty fun to have a lot of. I'll do this, don't need the Ambassador, the Haven, or the Silver. Discard those, play the treasury, play the ghost ship. Alright, so I'm back to ghost shipping every turn. This first ghost ship probably won't hurt as much as the ones to follow, because then I'll have to already have the cards that he top decked last turn. But ghost shipping really slows down deck cycling. It's very fun. Very good. Alright, I got my 11 coin. Probably start going on to province purchases. It's going to disperse all my treasuries, but with the warehouse I should be able to get through to everything. Province. Oh, I still got 3 treasuries. Here's hoping I get my warehouse on one of those. If I don't, I can just buy another warehouse. With the warehouses and the provinces to discard to them, should be able to get to all my treasuries and my ghost ship pretty much every turn. Then have a silver or 2. That'll easily crack 8 coin. Good luck to me. I see my foe islanded their province. That was pretty smart. I don't want to do that because I want to be able to ghost ship every turn. And there's no plus actions. Yeah. There we go. I can't do both because I don't have any plus actions, but, wow, that's a lot of treasuries I just keep drawing. There we go, there's the ghost ship. So, let's see, if I play the warehouse, I'll empty my deck, but then I'll discard. Then when I play the ghost ship, I'll draw whatever I discarded, except leave 1 on top. Probably don't want to leave any bad cards on top, so I'm just going to pass on playing the warehouse. I'll just straight up ghost ship. Boom, 2 silvers, exactly what I needed. So I'm greening and ghost shipping every turn. So this is pretty much how I was hoping my strategy would work out. There it is. Even though I only drew 1 silver, I'd have been fine. I'll take the province. I'm getting a province every turn. I'm ghost shipping every turn. It's going to nasty hurt my foe. If he ever junks me nastily, I can just ambassador right back. So my foe's deck is bad because I ambassadored it. It's going really slow because I ghost shipped it. And you can't really warehouse once you only have 3 cards, because you'll be down to 2, and there's almost never a good 2-card hand. 3 you can make work, but 2, it's not happening. I mean, I guess you could, like, Village Smithy or something, then you'd have 4 cards. You'd have exactly a Village and a Smithy, which doesn't always happen. Treasury, come on. Come on, I need warehouse. Oh, there's the ghost ship at least, and there's a coin. Perfect. So, I'll have a lot of treasuries in the next couple cards. So, because I got some relatively decent shuffle luck, I'll still be able to ghost ship and buy a province. I guess that silver was a good buy. I guess it was smart of me, because now I'm using it to get a province. So, hindsight's 20/20. That silver was a smart buy. I wonder if havening anything would be smart. I could haven a province, keep it out of my deck for a turn. That could be good. I've got a warehouse this turn, pretty much guaranteed gonna get to what I need. So, to sum up this game, not instead of that, I like Wharf, to be honest, but it just was not good this game. Wharf goes best with plus actions, then it can be your draw for your engine, which is very good. Like really good, because then next turn you'll be able to draw more cards. Whenever you got an engine, some turns you'll just end up drawing all 5 of your smithies, and then you can't do anything. With Wharf, that doesn't happen, because you draw a ton of cards at the start of your turn for free. So you're usually fine. I shall warehouse. Discard this, this, and this. With my 2 treasuries, should get either more treasuries or the ghost ship. There's the ghost ship. Boom. Now a ghost ship. Alright. My foe acknowledges my victory. I was really slow on the ghost ship. If my foe picked a better strategy, he probably could have overcame it. But because he was so slow, he was only just picking up steam when I started ghost shipping every turn. And that is why I won. Alright, he left. Or did he leave? Yeah, he left. Darn. I was hoping we could play another game. Well, that concludes our Seaside episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I just played 10 random Seaside cards. And that was pretty fun. I won because of Treasury, and Treasury is a great card. Don't underestimate it. But it's kind of hard to get because it's a 5-coin card. Good game to my foe.